No, that thumbnail is not clickbait. Seasonal Christmas decor sales are starting to skyrocket on both online marketplaces and markets in and around me. So with some basic tools and supplies, I'm going to show you how to take the cheapest board I could find in the big box store and turn it into a product with a ridiculous profit margin. Let's build it. I'm going to set my miter saw up at 30 degrees. Flip the board over, line that point up to the blade edge and make our first piece. You'll need 3 of these total. This one comes out at about 1 5/8 inch on this furring strip. Now we'll use that cut end, simply flip the board over, add 3/4 of an inch to the length of that first piece, do our cut. You'll need 3 of this piece. Next, add another 3/4 of an inch, cut 3 more pieces of that length. Another 3/4 of an inch, but this time you'll only need 2 pieces. And you guessed it, 1 more 3/4 of an inch and 1 piece at this length. On to the sanding. No power sanding at all for this project, just a light kiss on the miter cuts and the mating pieces. I kept the factory edge on these furring strips to give a little more definition to the layers. Now to the glue up. I am being careful to stay back from the miter cut so I won't have any squeeze out into those corners and have to try to clean it up after clamp up. For assembly, there's no measuring. These are rustic pieces, and if they are off by 1/8 of an inch, it won't be a deal killer. Just iron them up for center. I made a crude little jig for the top of these pieces so I won't crush the peak. I just traced the top half of the point and then drilled a hole at the point on the scrap wood piece to give me a solid clamping face. Get this one clamped up, remove the squeeze out using the straw trick, add a small piece of scrap wood to the face to clamp to, make sure it's flat, and do the same with the other 2. These are dry now, I'll unclamp them, and it looks like that jig kept the peaks intact. No extra sanding for these. I'll give the bases a quick run over the sanding block to square the sitting surface. A quick run over the faces to get rid of any random fuzzies or strings that might have been on these pieces, and just like that, sanding is done. Going to use a tried and true watered down acrylic with foam brush on this. This is a Christmas green I had left over from the elf hat build. Since I am going for a rustic look, I want more of a muted color for the base layer of paint. I've really come to like this fake snow effect. Going to get all of the outside edges and corners touched with this. I found that if your snow is a little runny, a real quick blast from the heat gun will skin it over and make it hold in place. Hit it with the heat gun to get it to puff up and let them cool for a few minutes. I'll coat these with a fresh coat of Mod Podge and back to the bane of my existence, glitter to make it pop. Now let me put the money where my mouth is on this project. I found similar items to these on sale for $36. Kind of an average price. That ain't gonna happen in my area, but I think I can get about $20 for a set of 3. So for the furring strip, I paid $1.40 at my local big box store for an 8-foot section, and I only used half of it. So that puts us at 70 cents. Used about 20 cents in paint, 25 cents in fake snow, maybe 10 cents in glitter, and I'll throw in an extra 25 cents for use of glue and sandpaper, just to keep me honest. That gets us at about $1.50 in cost. If I can sell this for $20, that gives me an $18.50 profit. Do the math on that. That comes out to a 1,233.33 repeating decimal percent profit margin on your investment with some really basic tools. So let's have a look at them. Thanks for sticking to the end of the video with me. We finally hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and I am pretty thrilled. I appreciate each and every one of you that's liked and subscribed to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.